Hey everyone, this is Haley Bright for CoinOpTV, and I'm here with Chris Foster, the lead designer of Beatles Rock Band. Can you tell me a little bit about the game? What makes it different from, regular Rock Band?
So the big differences are that we have three-part vocal harmonies, so that you can grab three mics and either sing all the same part together or learn to sort of sing in perfect harmony. We are telling the story of the Beatles, so we're taking you through all their venues, Cavern Club, Sullivan Theater, Shea Stadium, Budokan from their 66 tour, and then the final venue, the Rooftop. But then for the studio years, we actually take you into Abbey Road Studio 2, and we have a big feature called Dreamscapes. So you start with a recording session, you'll hear chatter from them before the song starts that were taken from outtakes from the tapes that people haven't heard before. And then as the song proceeds, you actually get taken through the studio into this place that's like a psychedelic vision of the song and what it means, which is a really cool experience to see going on in the background as you play. So those are sort of the big changes.
What was the biggest challenge in making the game?
There were a few of them. I think the Dreamscapes, getting those, like having interpretations of a bunch of classic Beatles songs that would stand up to everything else that everyone's ever said about them and stand up to the songs themselves was a big challenge for the art team. And technologically, to have the ability to do these really sort of complex music videos in real time was a big deal. Vocal harmony, it was a big challenge because we're now giving a lot of information on screen that we have to make very digestible for people at all levels of difficulty. Making the game easy enough for players so that, this is a game that people's parents and grandparents are going to be like pushing the kids away to like get at the console, we hope.
Yeah.
And so with that, we want to make sure that it's really easy. So if you play easy, no fails on by default. The no fail button is really easy to get into. If you're doing vocal harmonies, it doesn't make you sing all the parts, but you get rewarded if you do. So that balancing act was great.
With Rock Band, you have a very young audience. Do you feel that this expands your audience doing Rock Band Beatles?
It's funny, in some ways, yeah, but I feel like the Beatles have sort of done a good enough job expanding their own audience. Like I know 8-year-olds and 11-year-olds that love the Beatles, and so we're doing our part. We think that there'll be gamers that the Beatles music is sort of like the air we breathe. It's everywhere, and we're sort of maybe going to get people to like listen to it again. And with the Rock Band games, you learn each instrument. You actually learn more about the composition of the song. So taking you inside these sort of classic pop masterpieces is going to, give you new experiences and new feelings about them, and we're pretty excited.
You're bringing out new instruments. How are the new instruments different from the old instruments?
Functionally, they're the same. They're fully compatible with Rock Band 2. In terms of the aesthetics, though, they're just I think the hardware team's gone above and beyond to capture just the look of all the details of the Hofner, the Gretsch, and the Rickenbacker in particular. The oyster pearl finish of Ringo's drum set is there. The little Beatles kick scrim in front of you, which just, it's a simple touch, but really makes it feel that much, more like something they would have or that represents them well.
When choosing all the places in the game that you can, sing and that the Beatles go, how did you guys go about doing that? Was it a difficult task?
It sort of was. Like, we wanted to represent all of the eras, so finding the iconic locations for each one, like starting in the Cavern was easy. Some of them were a no-brainer. You have to start in the Cavern. That's, their residency in Liverpool. You have to end on the Rooftop. The Sullivan Show was a big moment for them in America. Shea Stadium was a huge moment for them in terms of playing a stadium. And then Budokan was just a good representative of them touring the world and representing that final tour where they were really like, you know what, this is not for us. We just need to go into the studio and start making some music we really believe in.
Can you tell us when the game's going to be released and what platforms it's going to be released on?
Certainly. The Beatles Rock Band is coming out on 9/9/09, September 9th, 2009, for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Nintendo Wii.